Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my series. Last episode, I have made this rocket here, and we did a moon landing. So, I noticed that I did not get any comments to name this thing. So, for now, I am going to save it as episode 1 rocket. And if you guys have any suggestions on the rocket names, tell me what episode they're from. But this episode we have unlocked the 6 wide parts here. So what we're gonna do today, if I head over to the Space Center challenges, we're gonna do another moon challenge. We're gonna do Moon Tour. So that's our next challenge we're gonna do today. So, um, I am not going to do a cap. Actually, no. I have to do the capsule because I have not unlocked this section yet. But yeah, I can't wait to unlock fairings because that's going to be some exciting content there. So let's get working on at least the capsule for the lander. So we're going to do the same thing practically as last time, but we're going to do something like this and then put in a 6 wide here. Ooh, that's a bit big. One of these. Like that. Because, okay, I was making sure if I was not going too big here, because I'm trying to make it where I can land at 3 different sites. I cannot refuel during this, so, which is sad, yes, but I think we can make it happen. Okay, we're gonna have to go with 1 here. And let's put in the landing legs. So yeah, this is supposed to have enough fuel. Hopefully, have enough fuel to land on the moon 3 times plus deorbit itself. So hopefully this works. So right now I am just putting on RCSs. I might want to put a little bit more RCSs this time because who knows, heavier weight means more power to use it. But okay, let's decorate the landing area. Okay, now we need to make the next stage of the rocket. And you don't want to do that because there's a glitch when it comes to that, and it makes it heavier. So here comes the stage that will practically make it to the moon, which we don't need a lot for it. We don't need a lot of fuel for it, and I'm gonna put in just one Hawk engine just to get it to the moon. Doesn't really need to go back. This thing doesn't really need to go back. So let's color up a light gray color. Oh wait, for also the stage, a light gray because it's part of this stage. Now we need to build something for the orbital stage and the and getting to outer space stage, which is the outer space one is going to be the easy one. It's the orbital one that's going to be the tough part. As I said with the rules, as last episode, each one. Also, to remind you guys on the rules, each day or each episode, I unlock one of these. And today for this episode, I unlocked the 6 wide parts. And tomorrow, I'll unlock, or whenever the next video comes out, 8 wide, then 10 wide, 12 wide. All these engines here, which some of them are modded ones, and then more. But once I get 12 wide, aerodynamics also goes with it. Besides the this parachute here, so there's that, and then I'll unlock fairings. I'll say I'll unlock it with the aerodynamics section because it's just the parachute. And then structurals, which I'll be using for space stations. Others, which I'll be able to do more landings, so and longer travel. And then the Redstone Atlas, which I'll be moving to this capsule when I do get it, and this, the launch escape system. Okay, so now let's continue building the rocket. So this is the orbital stage, which needs, yes, a lot of fuel. So I'm going to do something like this and put one of these here at the bottom, and hopefully it can fit both two Hawk engines, which looks like it can fit two of these on here, which is nice. So yeah, these are going to be for getting into orbit. Now, let's build the part for the orbital, for the at least launch. This is one of the more crucial parts. So I'm going to keep, oops, I need to do this because I'm going to do something like this. Because of, it's going to, if I put sideways, it's going to have contact with this, and I do not want that to happen. So I'm going to do something like this. There we go. There we go. Those side boosters should be tall enough now. Now we just need to put in these. So these should hopefully be able to get it into orbit. And then we need to attach these. Okay. So far, so good. Yes, it's a big rocket. It's bigger than the other one. Hopefully bigger and has more fuel. I'll be right back, guys. My music just started playing out in my living room. Sorry about that, guys. One of my devices, my Alexas, has just randomly started playing music, so and I do not know why. Okay, back to what I was doing. So let's take away these two engines here to make sure. Ooh, these do not have enough thrust to get off the ground, so I'm gonna have to rely on the engines here. So let's stage this thing up. And test out the flight performance. Okay. Do, do, do. Okay, there we go. And let's color it up so that it actually looks good. So always the bottom stage is going to be, oop, I did not mean to do that, or always going to be like this orange stage, because I want to, in realistic type, really, god damn it, realistically, normally for make it less heat absorbent in a way. So there we go. Oh, we also need to do this one and color it orange. So, okay, now let's launch this thing. Throttle up. Doesn't have to. There we go. Outside of the past common line and atmosphere to space. And yes, I'll do both challenges. Asteroid, it's just I need to figure out rockets and fuel into the asteroid because these rockets are kind of struggling in fuel wise, which is okay early game. Do a challenge where I don't use the starter rockets because I don't need to. Okay, let's put throttle for now and time warp over here so I'm closer to the. I think this thing might be able to get into orbit. Yep, it's just had enough fuel just to get it into an orbit. Now we just need to click on this and navigate to and get into position to get to the approach of the moon, which I'll be using the rest of this booster here because it'll be easier to do it that way and be more fuel efficient. Okay, we're just about in the angle we need. Okay, that should be good. Let's time warp over here. And just turn on boosters. Okay, well, we've emptied out the fuel. So, yes, this is the landing that achievement that I'm going to do. So, okay, that's the booster away. Now we're well on our way to the moon. If I had docking ports, I would definitely use those. Unless if I had those unlocked for refueling. Because I do not want to send another orbiter around. Should I have put landing legs on this one too, on this stage too? Or landing on the moon? Because by the looks of it, we will have plenty of fuel to land on the moon with this stage too. Well, we're already on the way to that moon. It's time to throttle down a bit because we do not want to go too fast in this thing. So let's get it to as close to the moon as possible. Okay, 11 kilometers above the moon is perfect. So let's time warp over there. And then reorient the rocket and slow down. I'm going to land on these three here. I cannot pronounce this one. And if you guys know how to pronounce it, please help me with that. Ocean Storms and the Tycho Crater. Those are my three landing sites. I'm probably going to go like that. So, let's get this thing into orbit. I might use the first stage to land on the moon first. This stage here. And then use the other last stage to land on the other two unless this stage has enough fuel to get it back up. So, okay, we're now getting close to the orbit that we need. Okay, we're now in low moon orbit, so let's time warp over here. And then turn this rocket, because if this lands on the side, I have RCSs to help me out, so by the looks of it, we do have enough fuel to probably make 1 or 2 lands, depending on how well I land this thing. So we're going to time warp a bit closer to it, and then just turn on the boosters and try to slow down as much as possible. Because I am about to get right above the Tycho Crater, which is going to be probably the easiest area to land on. So, we are now slowing down enough. Might be able to orientate ourselves directly up. Cut throttle. Time warp here. Reorientate ourselves. Okay, now I'm going to try to use this booster to land. Because okay, so let's hope we can balance this thing to land on. On down here. Okay, there we go. We now have a straight path up and down. So let's get ready for that part. We're gonna speed up a bit because we're still high up. It's okay if we speed up because we can just do that and I'm gonna be able to land safely. Okay, we're really close to the crater. It looks like we'll be right next to it. We can throttle down now a bit and do something like this. Okay, we won't be using that booster anymore. Okay, we have landed. So now let's do this until we head into the next landing zone, which is right over here, the Ocean Storms. We should have plenty of fuel for this though, so which is nice. By the looks of it, we will. We'll probably be able to land in all three and survive. Yes, and I'm gonna let you know I let this curve always go over because sometimes you just need to slow down. Okay, we're now about to hit 5,000 meters above. There we go. Let's time warp over to here. And reorientate ourselves and put out the landing gear, which is nicely and further apart. And let's start our booster to land over here. We're slowing down nicely here. Okay. Now we might want to turn on the RCSs. Angle ourselves properly. And do something like this. So we wait until that's over there. And then we just slow ourselves down by doing this. By using the RCS to go that way. To push ourselves this way. So that we can try to position ourselves above the Ocean of Storms. And so we can land as gently as possible. Okay, let's speed this up a bit. And then turn on the boosters. Let's turn... Okay, there we go. Okay, we're about to do a soft touchdown, which I like to do. And we have... There we go. We have now landed on the surface of the moon, location oceans of storms. And by the looks of it, we have a plenty of liquid fuel to get to the Copernicus crater. Correct me if I'm wrong. So let's lift off, turn off RCS so we can save fuel, angle over this way, and yes, I will, once I get the parts, launch rovers, download a mod so I can make where we can just launch rockets on different planets. There is a mod for that. I just have to, I don't remember what it's called, but I don't even know it's in this update right now. So okay, now we're there. We can speed it up. We can also do this real quick. End navigation to the moon. And then we can just time warp as close as possible over here. Angle ourselves again with RCS this time, and then just turn on our boosters and use our RCSs too, because we need the extra oomph from the RCSs to slow down the side velocity enough. There we go. Now we can reorient ourselves like this, where we're up. Okay, this is our last stop here. Let's speed up time real quick till we're below 1,000 meters. Okay, we're now below 1,000. Let's slow ourselves down. Try to. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're almost landed. Now that we're landing, we should speed up a bit. Okay, we're now too fast. There we go. Now we should be slowly approaching the ground. There it is. And we have landed on the last part of the moon. Let's go check where we're at on the moon. Right there, and where we're at Earth, so that means we need to go. Okay, so now that we're here, this is yet another achievement down for this episode. So let's take off and go this way and get into its moon orbit and return it back to Earth. I'm hoping we have it. I do hope we should have enough liquid fuel to land back at Earth. So I might do a water landing this episode. So instead of like last episode where we landed in a desert, I think is what we landed on last episode. So okay, we're about to hit 5,000 meters. So the only reason why I'm not going to orbit just yet, because there we go, is that. And then I'm also going to take a look. Yeah, I was right. So I need to go back to map, go back down here, angle, and just start putting a boost this way, and then wait till we're low enough in orbit. On day 10, we will clear out the space debris, so let's come down here. And now we're heading back to Earth. So now we should angle ourselves like this. And just start our slowing down process and re-enter Earth. And then we should have it. We should have a very successful mission for this crew. Okay, we're now, it looks like it, we're entering Earth's, we'll be able to enter Earth's atmosphere, and we have plenty of fuel here on the bottom left. And okay, that should be enough. Let's time warp over to here. And stage. And re-angle myself here. And just speed up into the atmosphere. You actually get to see the this stage, the lander part here, start blowing up here in probably shortly, because we are entering the atmosphere. Oh, there it goes. There goes the booster for the moon landing. As I say, like I said last episodes, please give a name for this rocket that completed this mission. I'm hoping that this actually did complete the mission, and glitch out where it's my game saying I never completed the mission. I will do also test rockets eventually in side videos if you guys want that. Thank you for watching, and as we enter lower atmosphere, we're going to deploy parachutes here in a minute. So let's speed up time. Get rid of the heat shield. Where are we going to be landing this time? We're landing practically in the same area as last time. Deploy the parachute. Kind of deployed it a bit later than I was hoping to deploy it at. As the parachute, as we slowly land in the desert, by the looks of it, it's going to be our favorite landing spot for the game. And there we have it. Touchdown. We completed the challenge Moon Tour. Let's recover. This is a really hard achievement to get in spaceflight for newcomers to the game. So that concludes this video. So please give a name for this rocket. Comment down below and whatever name that gets the most likes for this rocket. And also, please tell me what episode of Rocket you're talking about, depending on what episode it is in. So thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed this video.